Talking about the young people need to be continually connected to others with their cell phones, content with a decrease in their emotional connection to others, to share cultural items such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with others is a relative one, as most sell their phone to receive messages and only turn calls that they are loud now and want to get listen to the engagement and extra messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through this new communication tool. In Dr. words, they form community, but not our society. By shutting up any depressed opinion and contact with those outside their close group, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self and interpersonal social skills through interaction. However, as Takeda pointed out, it is too simple to blame everything on cell phones. Given the tendency to perform the cross group and ignore the feelings of others already exist in Japanese society, ready to be exerted by cell phone use, some of those stress of parents, television, the deficient face-to-face communication skills. At any rate, one need to consider such behavior with young people with the context, and it is thought altogether pointed to have push consumption of younger and younger children have looked to cell phone as a potential rescue from the recession. Takeda pointed out that young people need to be continuously connected to others with their cell phones, coincides with decrease in the emotional connection to others through shared cultural items, such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with others is a selective one, as most set their phone to receive messages and only turn call those they already know and want and unable to talk with. It's unanswered messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through this new communication tool. In the care world, they form community, but not a public society. By shutting out any diverse opinion and contact with those outside their close group, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self and in terms of social skills to interaction with others. However, as Sakura points out, it is too simple to blame everything on cell phones. Didn't the tendency to form closer group and ignore the feeling of others of the exist in Japanese society, added to exercise by cell phone use? Some observers trace the problem back to young parents based on television who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have passed shared communication style on their children. At any rate, one needs to consider such behavior of young people in the context of the larger society, and its result, as Takeda pointed out, who have pushed consumption to younger and younger children and look to cell phone as a potential rescue from the recession. Takeda pointed out that young people need to be continuously connected to others through the telephone, coincide with the decrease in the emotional connected to others through shared cultural items such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with others is a selective one, and most as cell phone receive messages and only return call of those who are not known and rare able to do it. In this way, they narrow down the range of extra messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through the music communication tool. Integrate words, the same community, but not a public society. By shutting out any diverse opinion and contact with those outside their close group, they are hindered by developing healthy sense of self and interpersonal social skills through interaction with others. However, as Takeda points out, it is too simple to blame everything on cell phone. Children that can settle for macros unquote, ignore the feeling of others already exists in Japanese society, ready to be excelled by self-use. Some observers trace the problem back to young parents raised on television who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have passed the shared communication style onto their children. At any rate, one needs to consider such a behavior of young people within context of the right society. And there is adults, as Geta points out, who have pursued consumption on younger children and looked there from as potential rescue from recession. Uh, Geta points out the young people's needs. 指摘します。若い人々の需要 needs to be consciously continuously 絶え間なく connected to others through their cell phone 携帯電話を通して、必要性か若者が携帯電話を通して絶えず他人とつながっている必要性を感じるようになったのは、concern with decrease 減少 decrease in the emotional connection 感情的なつながり、他者との感情的なつながりの減少に伴うと同時に起きている concern with decrease in the emotional connection to others through shared cultural items such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. はい、However, the cell-phone connection with others でも、携帯のつながり、他者の携帯のつながり、他者とのは、selective one 選択的なものである。selective one selective 選択的襟好みする selective one 選択的な one ものである selective one At most set their phone to receive message. Set their phone to セット their phone to セットホニャララ to 何々何々に設定する set their phone to セット O to それが電話を設定している。set their phone to receive as most 大体の副詞か。多分副詞。most 副詞だよ。大部分のっていうのは副詞のはず。most 副詞。一番。最も、非常に、ほとんどっていうのは副詞使われてるはずしてるからだ。set their phone to receive message and only return 副詞 return the call 発信 those they already know これ環境代名詞入ってる call of those they already know and want to talk with oh my god ここはどこか want to already want to talk with このボンドはすでに知っている話があるときすでに知っていて話したいだから、すでに知っていて話したいだから、どう書くにヘッドするとはしているが、していて、大概の人は電話を受信できるように設定しているが、ここで繋がってんのか。The most set there, セットが、セットどうしてるかな。どこで繋がってるのか。Set the phone to receive message. 彼らの携帯を receive message メッセージを受け取るように設定していて、そして only return the call of those they already know and want to talk with 話したい人とすでに知っている、すでに知っていて話したい、人のコールのみにリターン返信するので選択的なものである。この as は待って、この most はmost セットだからこれ主語か。most って名詞あるんですか？ most 非常に形容詞名詞名詞的な使い方されてんな。名詞だ。これはas most set ほとんどが set their phone to receive message 受信して、そして only return the call of those they already know and want to talk with これ16節とこの as はい。in this way このようにして、they narrow down the range of unexpected message from the outside world はい。narrow down 狭める渋いから。narrow down the range of unexpected message from the outside world 範囲を狭めてます。予期しないメッセージ from 外界からの予期しないメッセージをの範囲を狭めています。リテラシー的には有効なんだけど。ね。fetch で、fetch だから、これワールドが先行詞か、outside ワールドが先行詞。先行詞。outside ワールド。which are potentially 潜在的に available 利用できる、through this new communication tool この新しいコミュニケーションツールを通して、潜在的に利用可能な、速度の世界からの予期しないメッセージの範囲を狭めています。彼らは。In Tagira World 彼の言葉では They form a community彼ら、若い人々は形成しています。コミュニティを。but しかし、but not a public これにしているが、それは not public society 公的な社会ではない。by shutting out any diverse opinion shutting out 遮断する any どの多様な opinion 意見を遮断する。どの意見を遮断することによって、and contact with those、このコンタクトは、どういうことつながっている ?by shut out any diverse opinion and contact with those outside じゃあ違うか。これ並列かな ?by shutting out 違う、接続詞か。by shutting out any diverse opinion 多様な意見を ことによって、そして contact with those outside, contact with これ動詞じゃないの contact with those outside their close group 違う。で、contact 連絡を取る those outside their close group those contact with those 違うな。名詞か。by shutting out any depressed opinion 多様な意見とつながりを遮断する with those outside with those 彼らとのつながりと意見を遮断する。those っていうのは outside their close group 彼らのクローズド閉鎖された世界の外の彼ら遮断することによって、they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self 彼らは妨げられています。彼らは妨げられる in developing hindering thoseあれ those they まあこれはいいか。で、developing a healthy sense of self 自己感覚、自己意識、健康的な自己意識を発達させる in developing a healthy sense of self and interpersonal social skill interpersonal 人間間の社会技術を発達させることを妨げられている彼らはin developing a healthy sense of self and interpersonal social skill through interaction with others through interaction 交流を通して他者との交流を通して発達できる健全なセンスオブセルフ自己意識とインターパーソナルソーシャルスキル対人間のソーシャルスキル社会技術を発達させるのを妨げられています。by 以降によってはい。しかしながら as 武田 points out 武田は指摘してます。as 武田がポイントアウトしてるように it is too simple めっちゃシンプルすぎない too plain saying する everyone everything すべてのことをself 携帯のせいにするのは simple 早計だと単純であるとはい。didn't the tendency ここむずいんだよな。didn't the tendency to form a close group the tendency to form a close group 傾向を、form a close group 小さな、閉鎖されたグループを形成する傾向と無視する the feeling of others feeling 他者の感覚を無視する傾向ここが並列か ignore と to form が並列傾向はexist in Japanese society すでに、日本社会にあった 存在していた。didn't ってどういう役割してんの？存在していた。ready to これ being が省略されている。ready to be accelerated by cell phone use。ready to 準備する be accelerated 加速される。携帯電話の使用によって加速されるようになったのではないだろうか。ああ。閉鎖的な集団を形成し、他人の感情を無視する傾向は、すでに日本社会に存在していて、それが携帯電話の使用によっていつでも加速されるようになっていたのではないだろうか。Ignore other feeling use. Ready to be escalated. Ready to 分子構文。接構文に変えると、and it was ready to。It was それは準備された to be accelerated by cell phone use。携帯電話の使用によって加速されることで準備された。なるほど。準備されたのではないのだろうか。別の数になっていった。死語が一緒か。分子構文。didn't 間接疑問文ってやつか、いわゆる。didn't they? aren't you? ですよね。されたんじゃないですかって。Some observers trace the problem back to young parents raised on television. いくつかの observe 研究者、観察者、評者って一部の評者、observe 観測者、評者、観察者でいいか。Some also trace たぐるその問題の背景を the problem back を to young parents 若い親に raised on television テレビで育った who are deficient 結合します in face-to-face communication skill and めっちゃ言われるやん have face-to-face communication skills and have passed who have passed that shallow communication have passed that shallow communication style on their children 希薄なコミュニケーションスタイル onto their children はい。彼らの子供に希薄なコミュニケーションスタイルコミュニケーションスタイルか希薄なコミュニケーションスタイルを通して接してきた親たちのせいじゃないかと trace the problem back to 何々遷移するって何々何々までたどる帰着させる trace つまりその問題の背景を、若い親に帰着させたわけと今で原因をたどった一部の評者たちはこの問題を顔を向き合わせた一対一のコミュニケーション技術コミュニケーションスタイル、コミュニケーション技術にかけ、例の希薄なコミュニケーション方式、これはコミュニケーション方式、スタイル この一方式をそのまま子供にそのまま shall have passed 伝えた。そのままっていうニュアンスはちょっとないけどな。っていう人たちは若い親たちのせいにしている。はい。At any rate, とにかく one needs to consider one は必要としている考えることを such behavior of young people そのような若者の行動を within the context of the larger society でけえ社会の背景に含まれる若い子供たちのそんなような行動を考える必要がある。すなわち、it is adult, and it is adult. それは親である。まず武田 points out. 武田が指摘するように、それは親であると。はい。どんな親ですか ?who have pushed consumption, who have pushed 押した消費を consumption on younger and younger children 若い、めちゃ若い子供 and looked pushed と並列look to cell phone as a potential rescue from the recession そのようなそんな不況から救ってくれる可能性のある、そんな不況から救ってくれる可能性として、携帯を見なす親と、have push consumption 消費をプッシュする on younger and younger children は、より低い年齢の子供たちに消費を無理強いし、have pushed consumption 消費を無理強いした have pushed consumption on younger and younger children より低い年齢の子供たち。また不況から脱出を可能にする救助者として、これ名詞か。名詞か。as a potential rescue 潜在的なレスキュー救助者。可能性のある救助者として、from the recession 不況から、携帯電話に頼ってきたのは大人たちなのだ。look to cell phone as a potential rescue 携帯を救助者とみなした。頼った。It's a that who have pushed and willing は it is that の強調構文の that が風になった形。なるほどね。はい。It is a that めっちゃ時間使ってしまったな。Here are points out that young people need to be continuously connected to others through their cell phones, conservative decrease in emotional consequences, social cultural items, such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with others is effective one. As once set the phone to rush a message, only when they turn the call or will never know anyone to talk with. In this way, this narrows down the range of uninstructed messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through the new communication tool. In other words, the firm community, but not public society. By shutting out and being in contact with them outside their close group, they can, in their opinion, has a sense of self and develop a social skill through interaction with others. However, as the Get pointed out, it's too simple to blame everything on cell phones. They don't tendency to form closer groups and ignore the feeling of others already exist in Japanese society related to the accelerated by cell phone use. Some observers trace the problem back to young parents raised on television who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have less shared communication style onto the children. At any rate, one need to consider such a behavior with young people in the context of wider society, and it is those, as Takeda points out, who have pressure consumption of younger and younger children and look to several as a potential rescue from a recession. Takeda points out that young people need to be continuously connected to others through their cell phones, coincide with decrease in the emotional connection to others through shared cultural items, such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with the other interactive one, as most set to respond to receive message and will return a call of those they already know and are able to talk with. In this way, they then know the range of unexpected messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through the new communication tool. In Takeda words, define community, but not Paris society. By shutting out any diverse opinion and contact with the outside product growth, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self and interpersonal social skill during interaction with others. However, as the Geta pointed out, it is too simple to blame everything on the cell phone. There is a tendency to form closer groups and ignore the feeling of others already exist in Japanese society, ready to be illustrated by cell phone use. Some of those trace the problem back to young parents raised on television, whose deficient in face-to-face communication skills and the practice of shared communication style on their children. At any rate, one needs to consider such a behavior of young people within the context of the larger society, and it is not, as Akira points out, we are pressure consumption of younger and younger children, and would like to serve them as a potential rescue from the recession. Takeda points out that young people need to be continuously connected with others through their platform, on service decrease in their emotional connection with others through shared cultural items, such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cell phone connection with others are attractive as most set the phone to receive messages and only share the call of those already know and anyone to talk with. In this way, they narrowed the range of endless messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through the new communication tool, integrated worlds, the farm community, and not public society. By shutting out any diverse opinion and contact with the outside group, they kindle in developing a healthy sense of belonging through interaction with others. However, as Takeda points out, it is too simple to blame everything to self. This is the tendency to form a closed group and ignore the feeling of others already exist in Japanese society, ready to be exerted by circle use. Some of them children work to young parents, raised on television, who deficient in facial communication skills and pass the sharp communication style on to their children. At any rate, one is to consider such a behavior of young people in the context of a large society, and it is adults, as the Geta points out, who have pushed consumption on younger and younger children, and reference cell phone as a potential rescue from the recession. Number 12. Takeda points out that young people need to be continuously connected to others through their cell phones, concerned with the decrease in their emotional connection to others through shared cultural items, such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the second connection with others is a selective one, as most set their phone to receive messages and only return the call of those they already know and are able to talk with. In this way, narrow the range of unofficial messages from the outside world, which are potentially available through this new communication tool. In Tageda's words, they form a community, was not public society. By shutting out the individual's opinion and contact with those outside the code, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self, universal social skills through the interaction with others. However, as Akira points out, it is simple to blame every single cellphone. Even though it has to form a closer group and ignore the feeling of others already exist in Japan society, ready to get expressed by cellphone use, some observers trace the problem back to young parents, raised on children, who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have the facial communication thread onto their children. As a relate, one needs to consider such behavior of young people in the context of the rising society, and its adults, as case pointers, who have first consumption of young people children, on regular survey, and a potential rescue from the recession. Ah, share culture items such as everyone on television or listening to the same music. However, the second connection is also selective one, as most certain phones receive messages and only return calls that they know anyone to talk with. In this way, they are no range of the several the potential relevant to this new communication tool. In the case of words, they form community, but not a public society. By shutting up in a diverse opinion and contact with those outside their close group, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self and interesting social skills through interaction through action. Society, negatively accepted by certain youths. Some observers trace the problem back to young parents as non children who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have passed shared communication style on their children. Young people in a context of larger society and as adults uh, 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 share cultural channels such as everyone watching the same TV show or listening to the same music. However, the cellphone communication with others is a selective one. As once said the phone receive messages and only return calls that they all know they are new to talk with. In this way, the owner of the message from the outside world, which are potentially available through this new communication tool. In Douglas' words, they home community, but not public society. By shutting out any diverse opinion and contact with those outside their close group, they are hindered in developing a healthy sense of self and international social skills through interaction with others. However, as a kid of earth, it is too simple to blame every single cell phone. They don't have a tendency to form a close group and ignore the feeling of others already exist in Japanese society, ready to be exerted by certain youth. Some observers trace the problem back to young children raised on television who are deficient in face-to-face communication skills and have fast sharp communication style onto their children. At any rate, one needs to consider such a behavior of young people within the context of larger society, and it is adults, as target pointers, who have first consumption of younger and younger children and look to cell phone as a potential rescue from recession. ああ、そうだよな。